You won't believe what the CEO of Uber just had to say about Tesla and what Lyft just had to say about the future of Robotaxi pricing. Well, at least ride-hailing pricing. In this video, we're going to go through that as well as a surprising exit at Tesla. Let's review all of this together here. I want to start by mentioning that this post, at least according to Troy, was posted on Twitter by Sawyer. You can see this here. Somebody says, "Why are you posting this to Troy?" And Troy replies, "Because it's Tesla-related news people should know about." Initially, Sawyer, who's a pro-Tesla poster, generally just positive items, tweeted but later deleted this. Therefore, the discussion is gone, so I decided to tweet it, says Troy. Now, that's really interesting. I saw this and I thought to myself, okay, what's this post that Sawyer posted and then deleted, and then we'll get into Uber and Lyft. So this is Rich Otto and his post on LinkedIn. It's the head of product launches. He says, after nearly 7 weeks, I resigned from Tesla. Or sorry, 7 years. I resigned from Tesla. That's interesting. Not fired, resigned. Now, sometimes people get exited and then they put in a letter of resignation because Elon's demanding it. So we don't know. It could be a faux firing, right? But he says, why leave? He says, Tesla's a company I love and I've given so much to, but has taken its pound of flesh. Great companies are made up of an equal part of great people and great products. And great products are only possible, he says, when the people are thriving. In other words, he's implying that maybe the people are not thriving and therefore products are not going to thrive. Quote, the recent layoffs that are rocking the company and its morale have thrown this harmony out of balance, and it's hard to see the long game. Now that's scary to me. I understand people are going to look at this and go, oh, it's just FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. But remember, FUD does not equal fake news. And so when Rich Otto, the head of product launches, right before a product launch on August 8th, Robotaxi launch, when the head of product launch is like, you know what, I know we're literally 3 months. We are 3 months away from the Robotaxi launch. And 3 months before the Robotaxi launch, the head of product launches is like, peace, I'm out. It's hard to spin that as a positive. So this really got me thinking. I mean, then he talks about I was lucky to work with people and collaborate. The cultures are great. Hopefully soon Tesla and all the people affected by layoffs can get back on their feet. Hit me up if we can improve, like if I can help, whatever. But anyway, what I wrote is, quite frankly, this Henning guy is culty. Culty with a capital C. See, Troy shares the story, and then you get culty Henning, whose literally 75% of his last 4 posts are pro-Tesla content that he's either reposting, and about 50% of the last, a dozen posts are basically only pro-Tesla. And this person is basically implying that Troy should not be sharing that the head of product launches is leaving because, well, basically that's bad news. Why would you share that? And I'm like, bro, all news should be shared, not just one-sided news. And so my guess is, I didn't see the Sawyer post, but my guess is Sawyer posted the story and then deleted it because he was swarmed with negative sentiment. Like, I get swarmed with negative sentiment all the time. People are like, FUD, you're just trying to pump the shorts. Like, I've got longs in Tesla. I'm not short Tesla, So but the thing about me is I don't just talk about my book. I'll actually talk bad about my book when the data is bad. I try to be as fact-based neutral as possible. And you know what? If that means I have less followers because I'm, in my opinion, sharing just the truth and the focused truth, so be it. So the echo chamber prefers and amplifies stuff like, oops, that's the wrong screenshot. Hold on, let me put the right screenshot up there because that is a good one. And keep in mind, an echo chamber is a very bad way to invest because really what happens is in an echo chamber, you're basically removing any negative information discovery. And that's really bad because if you remove any of the negative information discovery, then what you're left with is only positive information. And then you're kind of in the situation of like, hello, why is the stock going down? And you don't know then, and that's bad. Like, you should know. So here's the echo chamber. Instead, the echo chamber prefers to amplify this. So Sawyer just puts the eyeballs, which is a very Elon Musk-esque thing. And it's, I think Elon is pivoting to Tesla from selling cars to selling rides, and the resulting value creation will be unlike anything the world has ever seen before. That's very Elon Musk-ish already. And so what I wanted to do was look at, all right, if ride hailing is going to be such a great, pivot for Tesla, and that's the future of Tesla's value drivers. First of all, let's consider the source who's promoting this. Let's see what kind of tweets they post. First principles, okay, that's very Elon Musk. Ex-software engineer, Tesla 23 plus shareholder, venture capitalist and entrepreneur, and a founder he is. Pinned tweet, Tesla Robotaxi unveil is probably now just 6 months away. Close, good prediction. It's actually closer to like 8-9 months away, but that's pretty good. Elon is pivoting the entire company to selling rides, probably increasingly being built by Tesla humanoid robots. This is actually quite delusional to think that the humanoid robots are really doing anything at this point. But anyway, then he suggests that people who count car deliveries are just knuckleheads. Okay. And basically promote hit pieces from Reuters, that's the mainstream media, and some laid off employees' rants. Okay, I get it, bro. You're a Tesla shareholder. I got that loud and clear. In fact, I'm pretty sure all you do on your account is talk about buy and hold Tesla, Tesla vehicles, Elon Musk, Tesla, Cybercab, predictions. This guy makes predictions every single day about Tesla. Elon playing with Tesla Q. All right, this is quite exhausting. Every single day it's Elon stuff. All right, I got it. All right, it's a cultist. Fine. So Robotaxi is going to be the big value then, right? So what do we have, or what do we know about Robotaxis and the goal of some of the ride-hailing companies? Okay, so let's see. Well, we have Lyft and we have Uber. So let's take a look here. Lyft is very popular. It has a $7 billion market cap. That's 1/20th the size of Uber. Tesla today is down about 1.3%, which literally is the same as Lyft going to zero. So if we're so excited about ride hailing, it's worth remembering that when Tesla stock farts 1.3%, you literally gain or delete an entire lift in valuation. So I'm not convinced that ride hailing is really what I want to bet on, because unless you are the first to mind, which really like Uber is, you're not getting the valuation premium. So what does Uber say about pricing and their growth? I mean, do they have a lot of pricing power? Pricing's relatively flattish. Got it. So audience growth is up 15% and pricing is flattish. Okay, so basically net pricing is going down. Interesting. Okay. What is Lyft saying about pricing? We don't talk about it too much externally, but we do it so we can actually bring prices down. We want the highest volume. Oh, great. Okay, got it. So Lyft and Uber are trying to get as much volume as possible, even if that sacrifices price. Well, that is capitalism after all, right? Drop prices, get more competitive, get volume, get more users in the system, and potentially monetize in other ways than just rides. The rides basically become worth less and less over time. This is pre-Robotaxi. Well, did Uber say anything about Robotaxi? Yes, they did. First, they compliment Tesla and FSD. And then they say the goal is to expand markets, safer rides, lower prices. The promise of autonomous vehicles is lowering prices. We think the technology is going to take a lot of time to develop. There are regulatory framework risks, and it's going to be a long time, a long transition period where you see a penetration of autonomous vehicles increase. Uber then shouts out other competitors like Wave. We talked about Wave. In fact, if you just go on ehack.com, you'll see Wave here. The UK startup, we talked a little bit, actually quite a bit, about their neural nets and how they can use their camera first, end-to-end neural nets, drive-by-wire, but they can also integrate LiDAR and radar, which I thought was interesting. By the way, we first talked about this Uber earnings call a couple of days ago, I think it was either yesterday or a couple days ago, in the course member live stream. If you're not in the course member live stream yet, make sure you go to meetkevin.com to consider joining. We'll do another price increase probably on CPI day, which is next week. But you may as well start getting your content worth now if you're thinking about joining. We did some more live trading today. I was only up about $800 today. I was not happy with the direction our trade was going this morning, so I cut the win short. At one point, I was up 6K on the trade, up 4K on 14,000 at first. Really thought I was going to get a bigger bounce, didn't get it. But that's okay. Not every single day can be a big slam dunk win. But when we live trade, we're just transparent about what we're doing, the trade ideas. I send those alerts. And obviously the goal is to make money, but it's not a guarantee. So I'm going to keep pushing those trades. And we have a lot of fun doing them, and there's a lot of learning for everybody as well. So hopefully we can keep printing some money. So what do we got here? So I then mentioned that I think the CEO is right to say it's going to take time. But the concern that I have is not only is that transition going to take time, but in order for Tesla's Robotaxi to really take mental share from Lyft and Uber, you're having to bet that Tesla's service is going to be so much better than Uber and Lyft's. But the problem is, do people really care? Like, what do people care about? First principles, okay? What do people care about first principles when you call a taxi? You care about getting from point A to point B in reasonable safety and comfort. That's it. So then, am I going to wait 5 minutes longer for a Tesla when I can get an Uber, faster? No. So we're not really going to compete on who's driving. We're going to compete on speed and price. And unfortunately, that's going to become a commodity. But it's not just that. I also think there's a real, I hate to say this, risk to Tesla, because this is going to be an ironic loop, okay? So this is a reward for those of you who actually watch these to the end. Watch this, okay? If the future is Tesla's FSD, then Uber could buy Tesla Robotaxis, unless, of course, Tesla just moats it all, which I don't think they will since they're so open to licensing and selling vehicles. Uber could just buy Tesla Robotaxis, put them in the Uber app, and then when you go to order like an EV or an extra large Uber or a comfort Uber or Robotaxi Uber, you could just get a Tesla through there. So now all of a sudden you're still in Uber's ecosystem getting a Tesla Robotaxi. But guess what? What is Tesla's valuation then still distill down to? Does Tesla's valuation distill down to FSD? No, because in the future, frankly, all car companies will have full self-driving. People will just pick the car for what it is, a car. So does Tesla's valuation go up because Uber is allowing you to ride hail a Robotaxi through Uber? No. This affects people's ability, or the valuation of Tesla is affected by selling more cars. And so once again, we go down to selling more cars and manufacturing cars at a higher margin. That's what Tesla is. Tesla is all about selling cars at a higher margin than anybody else can do it for. And I still think that has serious valuation premium to it. But can I really, if somebody's like, Tesla's only a bet on Robotaxis, is that a bet I'm willing to make? Absolutely not. I want that engineering expertise. And seeing the Robotaxi team get booted, or sorry, not the Robotaxi team, the head of product launches leave after the Supercharger team leaves, it doesn't give me confidence that what's actually happening is that great to bet on. Because people aren't even willing to wait 3 months, and they're basically YOLOing their careers on Tesla's 8.8 event being a nothing burger. That's scary.
Why not advertise these things that you told us here? I feel like nobody else knows about this.
We'll try a little advertising and see how it goes.
Congratulations, man. You have done so much. People love you. People look up to you.
Kevin Paffrath there, financial analyst and YouTuber. Meet Kevin. Always great to get your take.
Even though I'm a licensed financial advisor, licensed real estate broker, and becoming a stockbroker, this video is not personalized advice for you. It is not tax, legal, or otherwise personalized advice tailored to you. This video provides generalized perspective, information, and commentary. Any third-party content I show shall not be deemed endorsed by me. This video is not and shall never be deemed reasonably sufficient information for the purposes of evaluating a security or investment decision. Any links or promoted products are either paid affiliations or products or services we may benefit from. I also personally operate an actively managed ETF. I may personally hold or otherwise hold long or short positions in various securities, potentially including those mentioned in this video. However, I have no relationship to any issuer other than HouseHack, nor am I presently acting as a market maker. Make sure if you're considering investing in HouseHack to always read the PPM at househack.com.